Hello, everybody. I'm Ed Robinson, and welcome to another exciting edition of The Winning Bets. This is the program that gives you all the right numbers you need to play for the NFL regular season. This is now week 17, so we're heading into the home stretch of the 2023 NFL regular season, but there's still a lot of hot action and a lot of hot numbers for you to play in the world of sports betting. And on behalf of each and every one of us, we hope you had a very Merry Christmas. And as always, before we begin this program, we got to give you the games that you can play in the world of sports betting. There's money line, point spread, and over under total points. First with money line. If you place a bet on the money line, that means you think the team you bet on will win the game. If they win, you win, no matter the score. Point spread. Point spread requires the team you bet on to win by a specified margin, whereas money line does not. Here's an example with both point spread and money line. Team A versus Team B. So in the bet, Team B is expected to win by 8 points. So you bet on Team B in the point spread. Team B is considered to win by 8 points in the bet. The final score, Team B 28, Team A 21. 28 minus 21 equals 7. Guess what? You do not win the bet because the point spread for Team B was in the bet was for them to win by 8. Instead, they won the game, but they won by 7 points. Now, if you bet on Team B in the money line, you would win the bet because with money line, if they win, you win no matter the score. Whereas with point spread, it requires the team you bet on to win by a specified margin, whereas money line does not. And then you have over under total points. This is the bet on whether the total points scored by both teams combined will be more or less the numerical figure presented in the bet. So again, over under would be 43 points. If you play over 43, the final score would be, let's say, Team B 28, Team B 22. 28 plus 22 is 50. You bet over 43 points. Guess what? You win the bet. So that's how over under works. So again, you have money line, point spread, and over under total points. So as always, again, before we give you the numbers for week 17, again, remember, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-877-770-STOP. That's 1-877-770-7867. We want people to play responsibly. We want people to gamble responsibly. We don't want people to lose themselves. We want people to be responsible at all costs and at all times. So again, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-877-770-STOP. That's 1-877-770-7867. Again, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-877-770-STOP or 1-877-770-7867. And of course, these numbers are being provided to you by Caesar Sportsbook. So again, our source for these numbers have been provided by Caesar Sportsbook. All right, now it's time to give you the right numbers for week 17 of the 2023 NFL regular season. Thursday night football, the New York Jets go up against the Cleveland Browns. Point spread for the Jets plus 7.5. For Cleveland, minus 7.5. Money line for the Jets plus 278. For Cleveland, minus 355. And the over under total points is 35. The Detroit Lions square off against the Dallas Cowboys. Point spread for Detroit plus 6. For Dallas, minus 6. Money line for Detroit plus 215. For Dallas, minus 267. Over under total points, 53.5. The San Francisco 49ers square off against the Washington Commanders. Point spread for San Francisco, minus 13.5. For Washington, plus 13.5. Money line for San Francisco, minus 800. For Washington, plus 550. Over under total points, 49.5. The Carolina Panthers square off against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Point spread for Carolina, plus 6.5. For Jacksonville, minus 6.5. Money line for Carolina, plus 235. For Jacksonville, minus 292. And the over under total points is 38. The Atlanta Falcons take on the Chicago Bears. Point spread for Atlanta, plus 3. For Chicago, minus 3. Money line for Atlanta, plus 135. For Chicago, minus 160. Over under total points, 38. The New England Patriots take on the Buffalo Bills. Point spread for New England, plus 12. For Buffalo, minus 12. Money line for New England, plus 500. For Buffalo, minus 700. Over under total points is 41. The Miami Dolphins square off against the Baltimore Ravens. Point spread for Miami, plus 3.5. For Baltimore, minus 3.5. Money line for Miami, plus 158. For Baltimore, minus 190. Over under total points, 47. The Las Vegas Raiders take on the Indianapolis Colts. Point spread for Las Vegas, plus 3.5. For Indianapolis, minus 3.5. Money line for Las Vegas, plus 143. For Indianapolis, minus 170. Over under total points, 43.5. The New Orleans Saints square off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Point spread for New Orleans, plus 3. For Tampa Bay, minus 3. Money line for New Orleans, plus 135. For Tampa Bay, minus 160. And the over-under total points is 42. The Tennessee Titans square off against the Houston Texans. Point spread for Tennessee, plus 4.5. For Houston, minus 4.5. Money line for Tennessee, plus 175. For Houston, it's minus 210. And the over-under total points is 42.5. The Arizona Cardinals square off against the Philadelphia Eagles. Point spread for Arizona, plus 10.5. For Philadelphia, minus 10.5. Money line for Arizona, plus 430. For Philadelphia, minus 600. And the over-under total points is 48. The Los Angeles Rams square off against the New York Giants. Point spread for the Rams, minus 5.5. For the Giants is plus 5.5. Money line for the Rams, minus 250. For the Giants, plus 205. The over-under total points is 43. The Pittsburgh Steelers square off against the Seattle Seahawks. Point spread for Pittsburgh, plus 3.5. For Seattle, minus 3.5. Money line for Pittsburgh, plus 150. For Seattle, minus 178. The over-under total points is 41.5. The Cincinnati Bengals square off against the Kansas City Chiefs. Point spread for Cincinnati, plus 7. For Kansas City, minus 7. Money line for Cincinnati, plus 260. For Kansas City, minus 335. Over under total points is 44.5. The Los Angeles Chargers square off against the Denver Broncos. Point spread for the Chargers, plus 4. For Denver, minus 4. Money line for the Chargers, plus 175. For Denver, minus 210. And the over under total points is 38.5. And the Green Bay Packers square off against the Minnesota Vikings. Point spread for Green Bay, plus 2. For Minnesota, minus 2. Money line for Green Bay, plus 110. For Minnesota, minus 130. And the over-under total points is 46. And there you have it. Those are your numbers for Week 17 of the 2023 NFL regular season. So again, you can play money line, point spread, or over-under total points. Again, remember with money line, if you place a bet on the money line, that means you think the team you bet on will win the game. If they win, you win, no matter the score. Point spread requires the team you bet on to win by a specified margin, whereas money line does not. And the over-under total points is the bet on whether the total points scored by both teams combined will be more or less the numerical figure presented in the bet. So again, that's money line, point spread, and over under total points. And again, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-877-770-STOP. That's 1-877-770-7867. We want people to play responsibly, and we want people to, bet responsibly. We want to make sure that people are doing this thing the right way. So again, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-877-770-STOP. 1-877-770-7867. And again, these numbers have been provided by Caesar Sportsbook. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of The Winning Bets. Until next time, everybody, I'm Ed Robinson saying so long, and you have a safe and happy holiday and a happy new year. Till next time, so long, everyone.